The future of an apartment complex near the University of Texas is uncertain, and that's making the tenants who live there anxious about the decisions they may have to make. For a few years now,
I'm a tenant at the Rio House Apartments.
this small nook tucked away in central Austin has been home for Allie.
I moved in 2018 with my boyfriend, who's been here since 2009. And it's really great because he works for the county, so he walks to work every day, which is super convenient. And I work at a restaurant and bar a couple blocks away, so I also walk to work.
This is the Rio House apartment complex, a stone's throw away from the University of Texas in Austin. Rio House is nearly 100 years old, but it wasn't always housing space.
Finished in 1928 as the first St. David's Hospital, and it operated as a hospital until the end of the 50s, and then 1960 it opened as apartments, and it's been apartments ever since.
For decades, these apartments have housed families, older Austinites, LGBT, and other marginalized communities.
We are just kind of a very quintessential slice of Austin.
And rent is and has remained extraordinarily low, far below the market rate for this area. Allie's two-bedroom apartment is about $800 total, a rent that's hard for these tenants, young and old, to find for several miles out.
To expect them to be able to find something comparable that's also in this area is impossible.
And that's what's been keeping Allie up at night. Investors have reportedly shown interest in buying the lot, and because many tenants pay rent month to month, there's a deep sense of anxiety about their rent getting raised or worse, getting bought out without the protections of a long-term lease.
Rio House has a really strong sense of culture and identity and community. We help each other out. Like, if I need something done plumbing-wise, I'll go to a neighbor instead of my landlord first,
That's why the tenants are asking the landlord for renter protections, but more so to protect what Allie says is the quintessential slice of Austin.
You lose that when you build a giant 30-story condo.
Allie says while there's no talk of a sales timeline, she knows exactly what's going on.
Really, we're only buying us time. Like, this building is going to get knocked down. It is going to become condos. It's very frustrating to feel like our basic concerns for stability in housing are falling on deaf ears.
Austin continues to grow, but Allie wonders what's next.
All I want is to know where I'm going to be able to live for the next 6 months to a year.
What's next for her home, and what's next for those who make Austin what it is.